Hey everyone, and welcome back. It's your Dr. Cool Cat team here, and we have a special session lined up just for you future grads. Today, we are going to absolutely master a huge topic for your GED science test, the water cycle.
Seriously, just let that sink in for a second. The water you're drinking right now, a T-Rex could have sipped that exact same water. How wild is that? So how is that even possible? Well, it's all because of Earth's ultimate recycling program, something we call the water cycle.
And look, our goal today is super simple. We want you to walk into that GED test feeling totally confident, ready to crush any question about the water cycle they can possibly throw at you. So let's dive right in.
Okay, so where does this whole epic journey even begin? Well, before we can follow a single drop of water, we've got to talk about the engine that powers the entire trip. And that, my friends, is the sun.
Yeah, you can really think of the whole water cycle as this gigantic machine. And the sun? That's the engine that makes it all go. It's the sun's energy that provides the heat, and that heat is the absolute #1 ingredient we need to get this whole process started.
And this is really the most crucial point to get. No sun means no heat. No heat means water can't turn into vapor and rise up. The whole system just stops. It grinds to a halt. Every single step we're about to go through is powered by that first jolt of solar energy.
All right, now that we know what's powering this thing, let's actually follow a single, adventurous little drop of water on its journey. We're going to track it through the 4 main stages of the cycle. And trust me, this is the core story you absolutely need to know for your test. So, our little water droplet's journey kicks off right here, in stage 1, evaporation. Just picture it, sitting in a lake or maybe the ocean. The sun's energy starts to heat it up, and that turns it from a liquid into this super light, invisible gas we call water vapor. And then, up it goes, rising into the atmosphere.
The process itself is actually pretty simple. First, the sun's energy heats the water. That energy makes the water molecules start moving around like crazy, spreading out and turning into a vapor that's way lighter than the liquid water around it. And just like that, up they go, rising as a gas that you can't even see.
Okay, now here's a key term the GED absolutely loves to throw in there. Transpiration. It's basically the exact same thing as evaporation, liquid turning into vapor, but it's happening specifically from plants. The easiest way to remember it? Just think of it as plants sweating out water vapor through their leaves. It's a classic bonus point you do not want to miss. So what happens next? Our little water droplet, which is now a gas, is rising higher and higher into the atmosphere, and up there, it's a lot colder. That cold air makes the vapor change its state again, turning it back into teeny tiny liquid droplets. And when billions and billions of these droplets get together for a little party, they form clouds. That whole process? That's condensation.
And you've seen this a million times, I promise you. You know that sweat on the outside of a super cold glass on a hot day? That's not the drink leaking out. It's just water vapor from the air hitting that cold surface and turning back into liquid. That is condensation. And when it happens up in the sky, that's what creates clouds. So now our water droplet is just hanging out in a cloud with billions of its little friends. As more and more droplets join the party, the cloud just gets heavier and heavier and heavier. And eventually, it gets so heavy that the air just can't hold it up anymore. And all that water has to fall back down to Earth. That's stage 3 precipitation.
Now, here's a key thing to remember. Precipitation doesn't just mean rain. Depending on the temperature, both up in the clouds and on the way down, it can actually take a few different forms. We're talking rain, snow, sleet, or even hail. And you can bet the GED might ask you to identify any one of these as a form of precipitation.
And finally, our droplet is back home on Earth. This brings us to stage 4, collection. This is really just where all that water ends up. It could land in a river, a lake, the ocean, or it might soak right into the ground and become what we call groundwater. And from there, it's just waiting for the sun to warm it up and start that whole amazing journey all over again.
Okay, so now you've totally got the science down. But here's the thing, the GED isn't just about knowing the 4 stages, right? It's about knowing how to attack the questions. So let's switch gears and talk strategy. Because this is the most important question of all, isn't it? How do we take all this knowledge and turn it into actual points on test day? Well, let's break down a really simple but super powerful way to make these questions feel easy.
Listen up, because this right here, this is your secret weapon for getting these questions right. I want you to think of this as your personal cheat sheet. The GED loves keywords, so our strategy is to link one big keyword to each stage. So if you see a question about gas or vapor, you immediately think evaporation. If you see clouds, you think condensation. See rain or snow, that's precipitation. And if it talks about an ocean or river, that's collection. That's it. That's the whole trick. Let's see how it works.
Okay, time to put our new strategy to the test. I'm going to throw a GED-style question up on the screen, and we're going to walk through how to solve it using nothing but those keywords we just talked about. All right, here we go. Take a look. After a rainstorm, a student notices that the puddles on the sidewalk are gone by the afternoon. Which process is responsible? Okay, so the puddles disappear. What made that happen? And we've got our 4 options: condensation, precipitation, transpiration, and evaporation. Okay, let's break this down with our strategy. Step 1, find the keywords. The question says, puddles are gone. What does that mean? It means liquid water turned into an invisible gas. Step 2, run through our keyword list. Is this about clouds forming? Nope, so it's not condensation. Is it about rain falling? No way, so it's not precipitation. Step 3, match it up. The process where liquid water turns into a gas is evaporation, so the answer is D. See, it's that simple.
And that's really the whole system, you guys. From the science behind the cycle to the strategy to beat the test. You seriously have everything you need now to walk in there and answer these questions with confidence.
You did some great work today. Seriously. By locking in those 4 stages and their keywords, you've literally built the perfect tool you need for test day. You are so ready for this.
But hey, before you click away, I've got a little challenge for you, a little pop quiz. Think about this. What stage of the water cycle causes dew, those little water droplets you see on the grass in the morning, to form overnight? Use our keyword strategy, think it through, and drop your answer down in the comments below. I can't wait to see what you come up with.
And hey, if this helped you out, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. And definitely subscribe for more GDD tips and strategies from all of us here on the Dr. Cool Cat team. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.